kind of a cloudy, dreary day. Rained all night last night. And there were several old home places out this ridge, and right there's definitely a shade tree oak, we call them, big white oak, and that thing's big. But we're going out to check out the gravesite of an African-American gentleman who was killed out here. He was part of the logging crew, and it's kind of another one of those sad stories, and I don't really want to get into the details, but he was killed out here and supposedly buried by his members of the logging crew right where he fell. So I've never been to it, so let's go see it. I've read a couple stories on this, and it is listed in the Big South Fork book of, or website of graves, and this is a Thompkins gravesite. And everything I read, it said a single grave here, but there are two. And somebody's been putting flowers on them, and there's another one, and that just answers another, or asks another question, is who is that over there? But I don't know. As the story goes, the Thompkins guy was an African-American, and he's working a log crew. And they came up here at the end of the day, and he sat down by that tree and was hit in the head and killed, possibly so they didn't have to pay him. That's not, don't quote me on that, but that's kind of some of the stuff I've read. You know, just a sad story, but yeah, who is the other grave? And they have actually got a few logs around it, kind of partitioning it off. Kind of crude, but, and it's marked pretty well. And we're right on the trail. Yeah, just this blue marker here and the marker on the tree right there, and there it is. And we are still inside of where we parked. Okay, we just straight across from behind where we're parked, headed down an old road. This old road is doing just exactly what we hoped it would do today. It's turning downhill toward the river, and when these old roads start doing things like that, they're probably going to go all the way to the river, and it's untelling what could be out through here. Oh wow, this is, could be an old cabin spot here or something. Let's check this out a bit. Yeah, there was something here, man-made. There's a bit of a retaining wall coming around through here. Oh, look around a bit. Yeah, there's some nice rock houses around through there that would need to be explored some more someday, maybe. Easy enough to get to. We'll probably head on down the old road. Got to be a gap in the cliff if the road goes this far and keeps going. Once again. And we come across several of these in Big South Fork. No vehicles beyond this point, which that's what we came down, kind of a moot point. But I guess at one time when the park was first opened, these old roads could still be traveled in a vehicle, but not now. Yeah, just looked down, saw a piece of cable sticking up out of the ground right there, and pulled it up, and it's still got the hook on the end. Just almost undoubtedly used for logging, which is what a lot of these old roads were originally made for. Of course, a lot of them were to people who lived in the area, but they were also doubled up as logging roads. So, and the road is all but gone now, but man, we're getting way out here. Drop offs on either side, so let's see what else is down there. Well, kind of goes without saying that there's not going to be a gap to get us down that out here. That's just too high up. So we're just too high up. If there's a gap anywhere, it would be up one of these little side hollows. We came down, but very cool. Very cool. And you can hear the river below. Yeah, all this is starting to come together now. Carrie and I stand here talking. The Leatherwood Overlook, I call it west side of the river, is around that point right there. It was at the end of the trail we dropped off here at, and I'm thinking the sunset overlook's up there, and we're looking up the river, and you can see little bits of the Big South Fork River itself shining through down in there. Then you got this big huge bluff row. That could be the bluff row right above the O&W bridge, because from Leatherwood Ford to O&W up the river is not just a few miles. So yeah, we're interesting. Yeah, a little map study gonna happen this afternoon. Okay, we're gonna head back since we can't get down. We're back up the old road to where we were earlier and thought it might be an old cabin site, but you can kind of tell all this little stuff probably wasn't here 70 years ago or something. It's been cleared out, and right over there is what I thought was the cabin site, solid rock. But after finding that piece of steel cable way down there with a big hook on it, pretty sure this was probably where they pull the logs up out of the holler, maybe with mules, and stacked them all up here and staged them for the trip on out up to where we're parked. Kind of interesting to find stuff and then maybe figure a reason out. But okay, let's head on up the hill. Yeah, these big old fields out here are called the Burke Fields. Out Burke Road. And they're big, and I don't know exactly where the home place stood out through here, but this little pond has been here, and I've seen it many times, just never went down to it. We're just gonna walk down and look at it for a minute. This little pond's still got all kinds of, well, there's a messing around in the water. He's kind of went under a leaf right there. But you can see his tail sticking out. At least that kind of life in here. Yeah, there goes another one. Huh. I don't know if there's any fish in here. Might have to find out someday. It's a windy day, but Carrie found a pretty nice trail out of here, so bitch going through all those dang briars. I'm back at the trailhead here, right beside 297. That's it. Just a mile from Bandit Creek turnoff, where I parked at, and Carrie's headed on over to Oscar Blevins Farm. In a video I did, I don't know, a month or something back, I went through there and there was some major construction going on down to Oscar Blevins Farm. So he's headed over that way and I'm going to follow him. So I'll be back with you in a minute. It's windy. Wind's really picking up. Probably going to rain later. More, I don't know. We're here at the Oscar Blevins home site. Yeah, when I was here a few weeks ago and had all this construction going on, they've replaced all this fencing and all the split rail fencing around this thing. Looks like cedar. This stuff will last for a long time. Yeah, let's get in here and walk around. Check it all out. Yeah, that was the modern home. They had to move out of here, I don't know, late 1970s probably. But yeah, they've done a lot of work in here. Even put a new sign up. Check it out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The modern farmhouse was built in 1950, a outbuilt in 1950. The original one, we're gonna go look at it. It's getting pretty bad shape. I'd really like to see it. 1879, 1870, the old corn crib. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, this is just a beautiful place. You can imagine when there were just farmsteaders living here, living off the land. It's not hard to see. Yeah, I was sure hoping to see they'd done something with this old original building, because what did it say, 1869, I forgot, 1879. It was built, and it was built 2 phases. This whole section, and you can still see the X marks in it. Excuse me. This newer section is too smooth. It may have been sawmill cut, but not this old one. Bottom logs are rotted out, and it's got a pretty good lean to it. But now they have restored some years ago the chimney. So I sure hope they get in here and take care of this, the original cabin. Because man, it sure needs it. Look at this unevenness. That's sad to see. That barn, 1960, so yeah, everything in here is pretty old. Gorgeous place. Yeah, it's amazing to get some shots from inside the old cabin where they once lived. Floor's gone. There's the old fireplace. Huh. Okay. I just hope they restore this thing and shore it back up. All right, this is probably the last stop of the day. Just came down here, check all the work out, see what they're up to. And it's pretty amazing. They've done it right. They really have. You know, restored it for future generations to get in here and see. Come back in the spring, in the summer, check it out when the spring flowers are blooming and the leaves are coming back on the trees, and it'll sure be beautiful then. Well, the wind picked up, now the rain's picked up. Or the trail's coming in from Bandy Creek campground in the west entrance trailhead. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Rain's hitting pretty good now. Call it a day, but it's been a good day and a fun day. So, you know, thanks for coming along. Hey guys, yeah, I stopped over here near Bandy Creek at one of the pull-offs and restroom areas, and new signs here too. Pretty cool. You know, along with what they did at the Oscar Blevins Farm we were just at, and some of the gravel roads that they fixed up, the multiple use roads here in the park, they've done a whole lot. It helps us access a lot of the off-trail stuff that we look for quite a bit easier. So appreciate that a lot. But anyway, you know, I'm done. I'm headed home for the day. Just still pretty dreary and a lot of rain coming tonight, so call it a day and go home. It's nice to dry and get something to eat. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me again. I mean, I sure appreciate every bit of it. Gonna do a whole lot more of it. And with the rains we've had for the last few days, and supposed to be a lot of rain coming up tonight and tomorrow, we'll be waterfall hunting soon. That's always exciting. So, you know, please, thanks. This is Peppo in the Woods. See ya.